going on, guys? This is going to be my first live chat with you guys. Hopefully, this goes off well. So, I'm learning this whole process as we go. So, this is going to be fun, at least eventful. I know I'm a little bit early. I wasn't sure exactly what we had to do to get this started. So, anyway, I'm here. So, we're waiting on you guys. I think we're about, 4 minutes or so before we're actually supposed to be on at 7:30 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. There, we got a couple coming in. Still hasn't shown me who it is yet, so we're still waiting around on that. What's going on there, Jim? How you doing, buddy? Oh, not much, man. Just out here enjoying the sunshine, as you can see behind me. So you guys are nice and cold back there in the Buckeye. Yeah, it's like 70 here, guy. So it sucks to be you right now. Well, this is interesting. Getting a few more people popping on here. Not amused? Well, I got to kind of hold the camera here too, so I can't do flip flops and all that stuff. Plus, I'm too old and fat for all that. What's going on there, Big Daddy and Bubbles? How you guys doing? Thanks for joining us. As you guys can see all the sunshine back here, we're definitely loving this, not being around the East Coast where it's all cold and nasty. That's for damn sure. So, though a lot of you guys know, we went down to the court site, and that was actually a very big party. That was a very fun thing for us to go do. Man, there were so many RVs out there. We went to Schoolie Palooza. Man, that was just another world in the RV life. Got to meet some great YouTubers out here as well. Man, it was just phenomenal time. If you've never been out to Quartzsite, I suggest you guys get there because it is one great big party out there in the desert. That's for certain. So I'm here to answer some questions or anything like that you guys might have out there. So drop them in there and we'll see what we can do to get them the best answers we can. Hey there, Hollies. How you doing? There's more Buckeyes checking in out there from the cold. There's one good thing, I come across a thing today. It says what the best thing to do in Ohio. Best thing to do in Ohio is leave. No, no, I don't know what's going on with that right there. I haven't been contacted to do that just yet. There, Big Daddy and Bubbles, kind of waiting around, hanging loose to find out if that's going to happen. If the young man's going to get that ready to go or not. They're probably still out there getting it prepped and ready to shoot. So whether they're going to do it out there or they're going to bring it back into civilization to try to use somebody's shop would probably be the best thing to do. But it's really up to them. I'm getting notifications, as you guys know. I'm doing this on my phone, so you might hear a chime every now and again. Probably back in the Buckeye gym, probably somewhere around end of March, maybe April. That's probably when we'll be back there. Not looking forward to coming back, but unfortunately we got to. You can hold down the fort till I get back. This is kind of neat. I kind of like this. Be able to talk to you guys in a live format and chit chat with you. This is very cool. So definitely, RV life definitely agrees with us. This is very nice being out here doing this. Hey, wonderful life. How are you? How's the weather over in Maryland? Oh, I'm sure they are waiting for me. Mr. Kelly. So we're actually back in the resort now after we've left Quartzsite. So we're living the high life now. Miss Jill, she's taking care of things inside the camper right now. This is kind of a little test chat. And kind of seeing if this goes well. I think this is something we're going to start incorporating on maybe a weekly basis if we can get it done. Oh, I bet it is nice and cold over there in Maryland.
I switched it.
But so yeah, we're actually utilizing a 1,000 trail park right now. So we're actually staying in this resort here for free with our camping pass through 1,000 trails. So you know, that's something that if you're wanting to kind of get into RVing cheap and you're going to be in places where it's a premium cost, that might be something to offset your cost. Because we've paid for our membership more than once within like 2 weeks. So it was really beneficial for us to use that 1,000 trail membership. And of course, Passport America when we're not. And of course, doing a lot of boondocking when we're not wanting to spend any money at all. So that definitely offsets your cost. So, but yeah, you guys need to get out here and do this RV life. This is an excellent thing. There's such a great community out here. So we're going to be out actually boondocking here in Arizona this week. We're going to go off grid after going down to Quartzsite, being off grid for the, I don't know how many days we were there. I think 4 or 5 days we were down there. Yeah, I think we're going to get back to the traditional camping. How's the weather down there in South Carolina there, RV life in the USA? Oh, we just try to find some BLM there, Maryland, just to kind of figure out a nice place to stay. So, I mean, there's abundance of it out here, especially on the West Coast. So we just try to, I guess, look for the best spot, smoothest spot to get our rig in. And that's usually how we do it. Sometimes we use Google to kind of get a lay of the land through the satellite view so we can kind of see how treacherous it is going in. But sometimes we have to actually, in a perfect world, it's better off to actually leave your rig someplace else and then head out and kind of scope out a situation, go kind of scout it out before you drag your rig in. If you guys watched one of my last videos, why we do that is because a lot of times people are really just crazy, parked all over the place. You might not get in and get turned around. All right, Mr. Kelly, we'll see you later, buddy. Take it easy there. Chilly, 53 degrees. You guys are still pretty reasonable, 53 degrees. That's not too awful bad. It could be like the rest of these poor souls on further north on the East Coast, 20 degrees. So I'm sure you guys will take that in South Carolina anyway. Yeah, we don't miss that 20 or 30 at all there, wonderful life. Not at all. Oh, I know. We're from the East Coast too. What's going on there, Team Terry? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing good down there. You guys still in Florida? All right. You guys make it to the RV show? How you doing there in Toronto, 1965? Cool. Glad to have you. Binge to your heart's content there. Definitely happy to have you guys join us here on our little RV adventure. Oh, that's too bad, sir. Hopefully you'll start feeling better here soon. We definitely need to get together there, Team Terry. Hopefully we'll get to meet up with you guys here very soon. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we're going to try to organize a meetup again here soon. Wonderful Life. We're still trying to figure out if we want to do it more toward the East Coast or somewhere in the middle of the country. So we're still looking. So we're definitely going to organize a meetup for all you people who decided to tune in to watch our crazy channel and the stupid crazy stuff we end up getting into. Yeah, we're definitely would love to meet more of you guys. Yes, yes, and we might be in that that location next season there, Team Terry. At least that's possibly the plan. Anyway, we're going to try to head that way. Um, we're trying to orchestrate something with somebody else, a few other places, and see if we can get that going. So I think you guys, I take it you're going to be down there in the Florida area then, I take it, for a while then, Team Terry. Hello there from South Florida. How are you? Step out here in the sun. See if I can turn this camera around, kind of give you guys a little view of what we got going on here. Let's see if we can do this or not. All right, here. Hold on. There we go. Nice place. Kind of empty right here at the moment. Oh, okay. Well, I really hope that new type of treatment goes well there, Mr. Terry. Looking forward to meeting up with you. So I'm hoping you're having a stretch of feeling a lot better so we can get together, bub. Let's get back here over toward the shade. 1,000 trail membership stuff helped you out there. That's good to hear there, guys. Hello from SoCal. One thing about this live feed, it doesn't stay up there very long, so if I didn't catch your name there, I'm trying to catch as many of these comments as possible. It flashes up there and back off there so quick. A lot going on this side of this little screen here for old fella to try to read. And I went to public school, so don't hold that against me. We didn't learn how to count unless we took off our shoes. Oh, this is awesome. I kind of like this. Thanks everybody for joining in here. This is very cool. Definitely love getting to chat to you guys live. This is very neat. So I definitely think this is something we're definitely going to do again. So definitely appreciating everybody chiming in. You guys can see we got some of the big dogs back here, some of these big fancy big haulers back here. Now video coming out Sunday, you're going to see some other actual HD truck haulers. I didn't like focus on those or anything, but there was quite a few there. And you probably catch tidbits up in the video. A lot of people are going that way. Team Terry, we are currently still in Arizona. Hey there, our Epic Adventures. How you doing? Good to have you. We're just hanging out here with Mr. Diesel Dog, sitting here looking around. He's like, "What are you doing, Dad? You over here talking to yourself or what?" All right, Melanie, we'll talk to you later, baby. Be good. All right, guys. Team Terry, start to feel better, brother. I hope you guys get all in there and get scheduled, get that new treatment. You guys get to feeling better so we can meet you guys up here soon on the road somewhere, guys. Take care. No, I didn't take a course to learn how to do YouTube. I just kind of been flying by the seat of my pants, figuring it out. And I think that's honestly that's the best way for me to learn. I can offer a course on what not to do. All right, brother. You guys be safe down here, Team Terry. Yeah, you know, we are definitely the poster child sometimes of what probably not to do in full-time RV life. Sometimes I like to think that we do put a little bit of good information out there to help steer you guys in the right way. Some of the things that we could never find concrete answers to when we originally took off going full-time. Um, but now there's so many great channels out here now. Everybody's putting out such great information. Um, but we try to keep our channel pretty modest and show you guys the good, the bad, and the ugly of everything that happens. Uh, so, and like I said, you know, sometimes RV life is a beautiful thing, and sometimes it's a complete nightmare. It's just really what you want to, you know, how you want to roll the punches and move on. But I definitely suggest get out and see this big, beautiful world we have instead of just sitting around waiting to die, in my opinion. There's a great big world, and I tell you, it's going to take you forever to see it all. You know, we're hoping that maybe at some point we get done doing the RV thing here in the United States, we can maybe go over to Europe and do some things over there, maybe a motorcycle trip through Europe. I think that would be very cool. But, you know, we're still the working class. We ain't got money falling out of our hind end, so, you know, that's going to be something we're going to have to save for a year or two first. Well, actually, Wonderful Life, we actually got rid of our motorcycles when we took off full time. We didn't have a way to take them all with us, and then so now we don't have any bikes now, but that's going to change here real soon, hopefully. Unfortunately, we had to replace our tow vehicle, so the motorcycle got pushed off to the back burner for a little bit, and then we also going to have to decide if we want to get a toy hauler because we have a rear living fifth wheel. Um, so our bed's kind of occupied by the trailer. No real way to haul that without getting all fancy and hauling a secondary trailer. We don't want to do that. But definitely miss riding, and I've come across like this. You can actually rent bikes, you know, and sometimes it's cheaper than having a motorcycle payment. That's for sure. Especially if you had a motorcycle payment like the last one I had, it was almost $700 a month. But to answer your question, I rode a Street Glide, and the wifey she rode a Dyna Lowrider. Oh, we moved from the Bounder probably a year, a little over about a year ago or so, something like that. I absolutely loved the Bounder, but it was getting old, and you know, unfortunately, going across the country, you got that 10-year rule. Motorhome was still in good running condition. It was just that 10-year rule. Just got tired of dealing with it, so we got something a little newer. That way, we didn't have to deal with all that 10-year rule crap, which I think is kind of idiocracy. But you know, what can you do? You don't own the place. You just kind of bow down to some of what their rules and regulations are. And another thing that kind of irritates me about that whole RV park resort rules and stuff like that is, you know, you could have some of these guys out here with some of the nicest schoolies that you could see under the sun. I mean, these things are better than some of these $500,000 coaches, but they're not allowed into RV parks and private campgrounds because they're not technically an RV. They never came from the factory and had that little sticker on the side of it, which maybe I should start making those little stickers and sell them to them. Start sticking them on the side. Yes, that 10-year rule does exist, and a lot of places do enforce that rule, unfortunately. If your rig's in good shape, and they can see pictures of your rig before you actually arrive, sometimes they'll make an exception, but I wouldn't always say that they're definitely going to make an exception for you. But if it's someplace that you really want to be, someplace in an area, I think I would definitely call and try to make sure well in advance before I just showed up there thinking and hoping that they were going to make an exception and let my rig that's older than 10 years in. Like this resort here has a 10-year rule as well. Like I said, they're a little bit more flexible with the 10-year rule here, as long as your rig is not falling apart, and they kind of look it over as you come in. So I mean, I don't like get out and inspect it or anything like that right there. As long as you're not coming in with tarps on your roof and sidewalls falling out, duct tape holding your sidewalls together. Most places are pretty lenient about that. Um, Now, but if you get someplace where it's a 55 and up and you're not quite 55, they can use that more as an excuse than trying to relay that you're not 55. Got a big plane going over, guys. Sorry about that. There he goes. He's about gone now. So hopefully you guys can still hear me. But back to that 10-year rule. Yeah, that's something you really should think about before you become full-timers, because it's something that could hinder some of your progress and some of your travels. Now, we got away with it a long time with the Bounder. The Bounder was I think it was a 96 or 97. But, we looked at it like this. This is paid for. We're not going into debt just to appease campgrounds. And like I said, we got lucky. We never got turned away with that one. But, YouTube channel here kind of helped by just sending a video and showing them what kind of condition it was in. Bring on them questions. You got any more questions out there? Sure is pretty evening out here in Arizona, though. Hopefully there's not too much lag here on this live feed. Awesome. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. That's good. That definitely will kind of help make my mind up about how often I want to try to do these live feeds, because I really enjoy talking to you guys here. This is freaking awesome. I can talk to you guys in real time. And like I said, from the bottom of my heart, guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in to watch our channel and help support Rolling with the Bolins by giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. It's very awesome. Thanks a lot. Yeah, well, we've been trying to get this done, but with YouTube, they kind of put a block on your live until you have so many. I think it's so many watch minutes or something like that. Because we had the ability to go live before YouTube did that whole restructuring. Then our live feature got taken away before we actually got to use it. But now I noticed that it was back up, and I thought we'd give it a try this evening and see how it goes. So yeah, I definitely loving the live stream too. And we were watching some of the other channels that we were hanging out with. They were doing the live as well, so I kind of picked the brains of some of them, and so yay. And it's awesome that they actually let me do it here on the phone. Something that I may even utilize more times than just at a scheduled time. I might be just, whatever's going on in the day, I just decide to pop it up and go live. So I always got that phone with me and got to be in front of the computer. So that's very cool. Mr. Diesel, he is doing great. He is definitely a big traveling dog. He's been a traveling dog since he was a pup. He absolutely loves it. All the trees to pee on. All the trees and new puppy dogs he gets to meet. And he is one antsy dog. You can put the keys to the truck in your hand. He goes straight to the door of the truck. He knows he's ready to go bye-bye. So no problems with him whatsoever as far as him wanting to go. Great traveling dog. He used to ride in the big trucks and everything else, so he's a seasoned professional. Good for you, sir. If that's the kind of content you want to put on here, then you can see your way off of our live feed. Chime in talking about somebody's butt stinks. I don't understand that right there, but you know what? Maybe you should go see a doctor about that or sew it shut. That's awesome there. Your three dogs do the same thing. That's good. It's nice to have the ability to take your animals with you, and the animals actually enjoy taking the trip too. No, actually, no. We didn't do any special training with Diesel, just other than what me and the wife have done with him. And matter of fact, Diesel was a rescue. We actually found him in a pound, and we brought him home when he was about, I think, 3 or 4 months old, and he's 8 now. So he just pretty much very good dog. He's got a good breed. He's a German Shepherd Lab mix. So I think he's just got the intelligence factor. So he was pretty much training himself. He learned what he could get away with and what he couldn't. As he sat over there looking at me, just enjoying life. Well, we got a DLSR, but most of our videos actually, I've come to find that it's easier for me to do them on my phone without packing a lot of gear and stuff like that. So I use a Samsung S8 Plus, which I'm probably going to be upgrading to either the new Samsung S10 Plus or possibly the Note, so I do some more research. Uh, but we use that. We use our little GoPro. I don't remember what series it is. So apparently we got somebody on here that just wants to play games. Unfortunately, guys. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sir, like I said, this is for serious people who are interested in RV life. If you're not, please go somewhere else. So how many of you guys are ready to hit the road and go full time, or how many of you guys are full time in it? Okay, I got you there, Wonder Life. What does he do? Awesome. Weekend Warriors is just still as long as you're getting out and RVing. Oh, okay. Gotcha. We got some good friends that are firefighters too, out of Columbus, Ohio area. I hear you there, 1965. Didn't catch the beginning of it. Getting looking for your tow rig. Yeah, I think we were commenting earlier there about that. You'll find the right rig, and usually the first rig that you really settle on usually finds you. My key piece of advice: when you're looking for a rig, don't jump on the first one you see. There's way too many, and don't pay too much. No, not really, but that's about how to create a budget on full-time RVing. That's something you have to look at your income ratio, what you got coming in, your bills. That's something that um, you'll have to sit down with yourself and figure out how much money you actually have expendable at the end of the month. And it's different for everybody, of course, levels of income and stuff. This life can be very cheap, or this life can be very expensive. It's really up to you. Usually we don't have too many issues with actually, creating a budget for ourselves. And sometimes we don't actually stick to that budget. It kind of comes back to bite us in the rear end sometimes, just because we spend a little bit more, so we got to be a little nicer the next month or whatever. It just depends on how much our cost of camping was. Like when we were back on the East Coast in Ohio, I think it was costing us a little over $4,000 a month to be RVing. So yeah, and that was without an RV payment or a truck payment. But when you're out west or someplace where you can utilize BLM land, you can go out there and spend 14 days at a time on these pieces of property, and save yourself quite a bit of money. And then using your Passport America programs through like Escapees and 1,000 Trails definitely offset your cost. No, we have not. That's something that we are probably going to be doing. Wonder Life is we are probably going to start hitting some more Harvest Hosts on the way back. I didn't catch that in 1965. It flashed too fast. Let's see if I can see this. No. All right. No, there wasn't any real problems from us transitioning to RV life. We actually kind of liked it. Camping was something that we did all the time anyway, and we loved to travel. Matter of fact, when me and my wife got married, we actually did Route 66, and that's what we did for our honeymoon, and we actually got married in Las Vegas. So I guess traveling from the time we got married, that was something that both of us kind of was looking forward to, and I'm glad we were both on the same page. And so this made it real easy for us to transition into that. Plus, I was a truck driver for 28 years, and still am. So life on the road, living kind of nomadic. I was the first boondocker, so to speak, and real like living like a nomad. All the years I drove over the road. So yeah, it really wasn't hard for us to transition into that. Yes, and that's the other thing. If you're, if you stay out, you got an extended stay in your RV, and you go back to the stick and brick. Yeah, does take you a couple of days to readjust that you're back in the stick and brick. However, it kind of works the other way around too. When you're out, you've been RVing, all this time, and you're here, 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 and here, and you get comfortable in your rig. It's kind of like your stick and brick, and then when you'll wake up the next day going, wait, where the hell am I? Actually, I had to get up and look out the window. What state are we in? And usually, sometimes we have to ask each other, where are we at? So it's a different kind of adjustment when you've been full time. But definitely feel you on that, trying to readjust after a long RV trip. Yeah, we absolutely love it though. I mean, I don't. Everybody keeps saying, "Yeah, come out here. It's the best thing under the sun." I do say that, but I say, like I said, also take it in stride. No, 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 not usually. We end up back in our neck of the woods quite often that we can visit the children there. So it's one of the easier things for us to do it that way. Now, the oldest, he was supposed to fly out to Vegas and meet us over there in a few weeks, but he got engaged now, so I don't think that's going to happen because they're saving the money for their wedding. So we'll just see him probably in March. I'll see all of them in March. See the rest of the family too, I guess. Jill's got to drag me home kicking and screaming. No, we have not. Their wonderful life. Yep, yep, yep. It's she's a great girl, and I think they're going to do good. So we're very happy. We haven't got to really hang out with her too much since we live this way, but every time we've been around her, when we're back in Ohio, back east, it was she's a very pleasant girl, and they get along well together, and I think they're gonna work out good. I hope. So we're we're definitely looking forward to the kids getting married, and I don't think we're quite ready for grandchildren or anything like that yet because we ain't that old. So I don't want nobody call me Pop Pop just yet. But if it happens, I'll be happy with that too. But that'll just make us want to stick around a little bit more back home. Unbelievable. We actually use a prepaid jetpack, which is through Verizon that they don't offer anymore. It's a truly unlimited plan, and that's how she stays connected on the road, which is much better than what was on our original Verizon plan. Because on the original Verizon plan with our monthly jetpack, it was only like 10 gigs, and she'd blow through that in a day. But with the truly unlimited one, the $75, I think I said that was only available for like a few months, and then it no longer away, no longer a thing. Thank you, there, wonderful life. Look at the palm trees. It's awesome, isn't it? Okay, okay. There's another company that's got a supposedly, I don't know what their service area is yet. I haven't looked into it. It's called BIX Wireless. I think it's like a prepaid. They promise no throttling, so that might be something to look at. I don't, but look into that. It's called BIX Wireless. Yeah. The person who was out here actually in court site, there are a channel called Mountaintop Adventures. They were working a booth. He could probably steer you a little bit more about what their coverage areas are. Just tell him Tony at Rolling with the Bull and sent you over there. Pick his brain about it. Like I said, he's out there at the court site right now, and they're here on YouTube, Mountaintop Adventures. We were sitting here wishing we were still hanging out down there in Quartzsite and then over at Schoolie Palooza. That right there is something else. That Schoolie Palooza. There's some nice buses out there. A lot of you guys have been watching this from the beginning. Know that's what we originally was going to do, was take off in a converted shuttle bus. Only thing by being at Schoolie Palooza did was make us really want to revisit that whole bus thing. But the realities are, unless you can boondock completely off grid all the time, you might have a lot of trouble being someplace to stay connected. So, because a lot of places in BLM land does not have the greatest cell coverage. No, we don't really do that. 1965, we just use, our weather apps on our phone, and listen to the weather band radio if there's something coming in, or if it looks like something's coming in. Local news, wherever we may be, see what might be happening in the area. But we don't really use any special apps as far as weather. We use like Compendium and free campsites, overnight parking apps and stuff like that. That's how we do that. And then like when we're in travel days, we'll utilize like a Flying J truck stop if we just want to, boondock for the night and take off, because the Flying J truck stops actually have RV parking out front, so you don't have to go back there in the trucks, which I advise never go back there where the trucks are at. These guys, they have to stop by federal law. They have to stop. So, and everybody has to go to work at the same time. They got 14 hours on. At the end of that 14 hours, they've got to find a place to park. So, I try not to take that away from them, because they can get in a lot of trouble for being out longer trying to find a place to sleep. And as a trucker myself, it can be very problematic trying to find a place to rest And you know, as RVers, we can kind of get away with going into certain places they can't. So we try to utilize other options before actually using truck stops. Well, guys, the battery's starting to go here on the phone. So I want to say thank you guys for joining me here on the live chat. And I'll announce again when we're going to do another one. No, not really. But if you got diesel, if you got a diesel truck, you could actually get what's called a trucker's card from the truck stops. You can not really get fuel discounts that way, but you can earn points for every gallon of fuel you buy to spend in the store. And if you, like, say you're traveling and you just want to, get a shower without wasting your water you have on board, with that card, they actually give you like comped showers, and some of the truck stop showers are actually pretty nice. They clean them after every use, of course, and you can go in there and utilize the shower and stand there as long as you want because you ain't paying for the water and you're not running out. So, yeah, that's what we use. Is we use my trucker's reward card. So when we buy fuel like that, we get these extra points. We use it on, like, drinks, and if we decide we want a slice of pizza or something like that in there, we'll grab and utilize that and spend it in the store. As far as the Flying J's actual credit card, I don't know. I've never used one of those on the trucking side. We use a company called Comdata, which is for businesses. Sometimes we can get up to 6 to 7 cents off per gallon off of whatever it is out there, even below the credit price. Okay, guys. Like I said, I'm going to jump off of here. So I appreciate you guys tuning in tonight for the live feed. Definitely going to do this again, and we'll announce it soon. God bless. Get out and adventure more. Happy RV. Bye.